All right, let me show you how to build your very own preset. I'm going to start with a complete blank slate here. So let's give this a go. As you can see here, we've got all these different presets built into it already. I'm just going to pick this bright clean one because I actually don't like it very much. And we're going to customize this to my liking. So we'll get rid of this phaser. We'll turn this into maybe a vibrato pedal. And then I'm going to go back up to the amp section here and have a look through it. So we've got Supersonic 22. We might start with this. I'm just going to sort of get a rough idea of how these sound to my ear and work with it. So here we go. Let's turn the vibrato off. It's got that nice sort of punchy tone of Supersonic 22, which is great. I'm also going to just change this here. So while we can add our own impulse responses, I'm just going to pick this one because this should sound very familiar. All right, that sounds good. The reverb is just way too big. Let's turn the delay off. Change this to plate. Plate is the most underrated reverb ever. Let's have a listen. Sounds pretty good. I'm just going to turn that down, make that a little warmer. Let the decay linger around a little more. All right, that's starting to sound pretty good. Now, if we go back to the amplifier, I actually want to customize this a little bit more. I'm not overly happy with the tone, so let's give it a shot. Turn the volume up. Crank up the gain a little bit more. Maybe back the mids off, a little bit more treble. Let's have a listen to this. Sounds great. That's a really nice tone already. Then if I want to go up to a different effect here, we can add any number of different tube screamers to this particular signal chain. Well, not tube screamers, but overdrive pedals. So let's have a listen. I think the winner here is the gold box, but I want to customize this as well. It's a little bit on the bright side and a little bit too much gain. So let's bring that down. And this should be very reminiscent of the sound I always go for. A little on the bright side still, unlike myself. Let's turn this down. Here we go. Beautiful. Now all I want to do is add, actually, let's test the vibrato before we add the delay. Yeah, it's pretty funky. I'm actually going to crank the rate up a little bit more. Yeah, you want a good mix level. You don't want it too prominent, but not prominent enough, and I can hear that fine, so that's great. Actually, let's have a listen to how it sounds with this off. That's awesome. That sounds really nice. And then what I want to do is turn that off, go over to the delay option here, and go through a few of these. So let's have a listen. Digital's always good. Analog's usually better. Real echo. You know, I don't really know what real echo is or what it's based on, but I like it. It sounds like an analog delay of some description, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's go back down to the delay here. And you can change the parameters if you want. There's probably just a few too many repeats for me. Actually, almost sounds perfect. Yeah, still a few too many repeats. I usually go for almost 3 or just over 3, and that actually sounds pretty great. So if I want to save this now, I can replace this particular preset with Shane, or In the Blues, whatever I want to call it. And there I go. So now what I can do, if I go into live mode over here, I can turn off this stuff. So this is just the amp. And that's with delay. And then I can add the reverb separately. So there you go, that's a quick example of how you can set this thing up and make it work for you.